Day 8, July 13, 2011. Tours. This is the day my dad decided that we would really go sightseeing and have fun in the city of Chicago. The day before, we took a break and just relaxed in the hotel, so now it was time to go out. We just happened to pick one of the most perfect days to walk outside and see the city. The sky was bright blue with puffy white clouds, and the temperature was in the low 70s, as opposed to the regular 90-degree weather during the art shows. The first thing I took pictures of was a building that was totally destroyed in the Transformers movie we watched a couple days ago. As we walked around the city, we tried to pinpoint the areas the Transformers were on. It was amazing how accurate it was. We went on a water taxi to get from Michigan Avenue to the Navy Pier, one of the most visited attractions in Chicago. The ride there was beautiful, looking to the sides were the blue waters and the Chicago skyscrapers all along. When we got to the Navy Pier, it was just like the brochure said it was, an attraction. With the big sign Navy Pier to welcome us into the packed area with little stores all around, restaurants and shops, and even a children's museum right next to it all. Further along were a Ferris wheel and a building that said Shakespeare on it. We went into the mall and took a look around, and it was so hard to get around with people everywhere. Afterwards, we took the connecting water taxi to the Shedd Aquarium. The ride there was gorgeous. Looking back at the Navy Pier, we could see all the people enjoying the attractions, and the hundreds of seagulls on a strip of land in the water. To the right was all of Chicago, and further on the right we saw the location of the Gold Coast Art Show from a couple days ago, indicated by the Buckingham Fountain we took pictures of before. To our left were the vast blue waters of Lake Michigan. When we got to the Shedd Aquarium, we took a lot of pictures on a ledge above overlooking the lake just across with the skyline and various boats below. The colors were so vivid and bright. Take note that none of these pictures were edited. When we got to the aquarium, we purchased our passes and started our exploration of the hundreds of sea creatures. We saw fishes, stingrays, ducks, turtles, snakes, more fishes, crabs, and so much more. I saw seahorses for the first time, and they were so little and cute. Everywhere we walked around, there were big tanks filled with life. We started to see the larger animals the more we walked around. We saw white whales and penguins, and then when we got to the aquatic show located at this big tank of water with Lake Michigan just outside. It was beautiful, and when the show started, I saw dolphins for the first time. They did so many amazing tricks that I didn't think I'd see in person. They were so obedient and did flips and tricks as commanded. We even saw a seal that did things I never thought a seal could do, especially a handstand. After the aquatic show, we saw a segment of Happy Feet in 4D, and then visited the jellyfish exhibit. After 3 hours at the aquarium, we went back outside, and the view was just as beautiful. We could see the Sears Tower covered at the top by clouds as we walked back to the car. Every picture I took seemed to look amazing because of the tall buildings and the sun shining bright above. Almost to the car, we saw these statues of legs. It was the Agora sculpture, with 106 headless and armless statues in the Grant Park. It was so odd and far-fetched, yet so interesting and amazing at the same time. As we left, the sky turned pink and we made it back to the hotel after an exciting day being a tourist in Chicago.